Hi there, I'm Laura. Welcome to this Yoga Nidra practice. Yoga Nidra or yogic sleep is a process of deep restoration, of drawing in energetic support, feeling connection to yourself, and specifically feeling the connection to your inner resource, the things that are going to support you as you navigate through challenge or as you recover from something that may have been challenging recently in your life. You can find a very comfortable position. Often Yoga Nidra is done on the back with lots of props and support, or even in bed. So finding that position where you feel the most comfort. And starting to settle in. Creating a connection to the present moment, like you're growing roots. This is where I am right now, right here. Can I soften into that experience of being here? Like a leaf gently landing on the ground. And we'll start to invite our mind to an awareness at the heart. The energetic space of compassion, of deep caring. And feeling that connection to the heart space and the movement of your breath. That process of breath feeding energy into your body. And thinking for a moment about your most heartfelt desire. This is the biggest picture within your life. It is what you are here to do, what you are here to offer within your life. And that might come to you as a word, an image, a feeling. It can come in any form it wants. Saying to yourself, this is my most heartfelt desire for my life. This is what I am here to do. Taking a couple of breaths and letting that soak in. More and more connection, knowing what it is that you are here to do. We start to focus that attention down to a smaller view, right here, right at this moment, as you are using this Yoga Nidra practice. What is your intention for this practice right here? Perhaps to invite deep rest, perhaps to feel a sense of connection to yourself. Whatever that might be, starting to formulate a phrase that you can offer yourself. This is our grounding phrase of intention. Here I am in my Yoga Nidra practice. And this practice is about connecting to your intention, whatever that is. We look at the big picture of your heartfelt desire, the purpose of your life. We look at the intention for our practice right here, right now, today. Underneath both of those things is an internal source of support. We think of this as the inner resource. It is the energy, it is the fuel, it is that deep knowing of what you are here to do that creates that drive. And anytime you feel like things get difficult, emotions are heavy, maybe there feels like a lot of friction or resistance in your life, turning in, rooting down to that place of your inner resource. It is always there. You can always turn to it when you need it. And each time we do our Yoga Nidra practice, it is reinforcing the pathway to get to your inner resource. Just the same way when you walk a certain path over and over, you know the way very well. When we turn in and we come to our inner resource over and over, you will know that path well. You will know exactly how to get there when you need to be there. What does it feel like to have that connection to an ever-present inner resource? Starting to expand your awareness into your physical body. This is our container for experience. This is our vehicle for moving and interacting with the world. And it is the way that we do things, that we create change, that we offer help. What does it feel like to be in my body right now? These are the sensations that are present. And there may be areas of tightness or tension. There may be areas of discomfort or perhaps even pain. And we notice that. That is part of the experience of the body right now. And also noticing places that feel okay. Noticing places that feel relaxed, open, maybe even a sense of well-being somewhere in the body. And we know that these two ends of the spectrum, these opposite experiences, can exist at the same time. And when we broaden our experience of being in the body, we broaden our awareness to notice all of these things can be present at the same time. This is the whole view of being in the body. Creating a little space of openness in your internal experience. Can I sit with the body, whatever is present, and be open to that? Your attention starts to focus down toward the experience of breath. Watching the movement of the breath, maybe even finding a sense of wonder. Our breath is this cycle that is always with us, that is always supporting us, and the breath has an incredible innate wisdom. It knows what to do When we are active and we're moving around, the breath can become very powerful. When we're settled and we're resting, the breath can be incredibly gentle. And it does that all without us having to intervene or have any input. Your breath knows what to do. Sitting in that open space, observing your breath, giving it all the space that it needs to do whatever is needed to support you in this moment. Feeling the opposites that exist within the breath. The expansion and the contraction. The inviting in and the letting go. Over and over, we cycle through these opposites. And we know that each piece is absolutely essential. If we don't exhale, we would not have room to invite the inhale in. Recognizing each piece of the experience to be essential. And we'll invite our awareness up to the mind, to the space of thought, and observing for a moment, what is the mind like today? That is an ever-changing landscape. What thoughts are moving through the mind? And are there thoughts that have to do with emotions, with that inner experience of energy? And here too, we can experience those opposites. We may have a thought about the experience of being a strong person, feeling resilient. And in a very short time, a completely different thought might come up of how much we feel like we're struggling, how challenging things are. And we allow space for both of those things to be there. Knowing that this experience of opposites is a normal piece of the human experience. And also knowing that thinking is a product of the mind. The mind will always think. But knowing that not everything our mind thinks is true. So we can notice any thought, but we don't necessarily have to hold on to it. And sometimes we might notice a thought and know that it's not true. We don't have to put any weight behind it. It's simply just our brain doing what the brain does. We settle into this meeting point between the mind and the body. It's this space in between where we experience one of the incredibly unique things about being human, and also one of the biggest challenges of being human, and that is the incredible diversity of emotion that we have. During any given life experience, there may be a mixture of both joy and sorrow. There may be a sense of excitement for what comes next, and also a process of grieving what you're stepping away from. Having this wide spectrum of emotions is what gives texture and depth to our life. Knowing that that is a core experience of being human. Any of these feelings that come up, allowing that to be a part of your whole experience. Whatever is here, let there be space for it. And we can take a broader view of all these different layers. The body, the sensations that exist within your body, the breath, your connection to energy and vitality, your mind, the thoughts and the movements of the mind, and your emotions. All of the nuance, all of the complexity, that experience of being an emotional human. And underneath all of that is this layer of well-being. And perhaps even just an experience of things being okay. And this is not to say that every part of our life is okay. Just as we explore opposites, we know that there can be discomfort in one place, but there can be well-being in another place. And we see that in this deeper layer. Even as I navigate challenge somewhere in my life, I can also find a space where things feel okay. Maybe even good. And perhaps on this day, you can let your attention sift down even farther to this very special layer of joy that exists within us. At times, that layer might feel far away. It might feel like it's difficult to get to. So whether you can feel it at this moment or not, we start from a place of knowing that it's there. Maybe remembering a time when you did feel connected to an inner experience of joy, and letting that remind you that it is still there, even when we can't feel it right at this moment. Underneath all of that experience, this layer of joy, that core of your inner resource, always supporting you. As you let your awareness rest on that feeling of support, the experience of having resources within you, offering yourself this question: what is it that is going through this experience? What is this awareness that has been working through the layers, noticing the opposites, taking in this whole experience? What is that? And knowing that awareness to be the essence of you. Perhaps you can feel a particular place where that exists, or maybe it's just a felt experience. It is this experience of awareness that we use to navigate all the experiences that are coming up, all the feelings, the thoughts, the emotions. This is how we navigate. And with that broad awareness, we start to zoom out, taking in the whole picture of the experience of being you right at this moment. This is a completely unique moment of your life. Letting yourself be here with it. Feeling all those pieces supporting each other. The breath, the body, the mind, the emotions. All of these layers coming together, being held up by that inner experience of having connection to resource, maybe even a connection to joy. Letting that awareness land on a gentle sense of gratitude. The gratitude that this practice has endured for thousands of years so that we can work with it right now. And it can bring this support into our life as it's been passed down from teacher to student for all of those years. And finally, letting the experience of gratitude rest on yourself for making the time to engage in this practice, finding the space in your day, for working with your awareness, giving yourself time and attention. And noticing if there's a certain piece of this practice that you're going to take with you when you move on with the rest of your day. What is it that's going to go with you to offer that support outside of your practice? And we'll start to reconnect with outer awareness, with sound, with the sense of the room that's around you. And when you feel ready, opening your eyes, gazing gently. It's like you're gliding your eyes across the things that are around you. Giving yourself that time to gently reconnect with the physical world. Thank you for joining me in this practice of Yoga Nidra. I hope that it has helped you to feel a deeper connection to yourself and to the inner experience of having that resource to navigate whatever is coming up in your life. Thank you.